Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out True Off My Chest. Story 1. My Indian flatmate looking down on East Asia. I am Japanese, or am I too sensitive? I started living at shared flat with 7 people a few months ago. I have one girl who is like a boss here. Actually she asks me to go out sometimes and is kind. But her words are like all Vietnamese people look same. I can recognize Japanese men as they have huge head. East Asian eats disgusting things often, like raw frog. I told her we don't eat it. But she didn't believe me that lol, we are like European Asian so we don't have small eyes like you guys, and when we are out together, she pointed a man wearing Asian, straw hat which is obviously not from Japan, and say hey. It's Japanese. I've tried to explain but she didn't listen. Then, one random old guy approached us to talk about his belief, and told me you Chinese. I got angry but she's like I mean, China and Japan are kinda same haha. But she's still asking me go out, give me her food or whatever. Also I have to face her every day as we're living in tiny place. How you handle it? As the way she talks, I'd never want to explain or try to change her mind. She is the one who talks super fast, and don't listen others. I hope you understand what I want to say. Story 2. I was nearly mugged tonight maybe. My friend and I were walking along and a guy with one hand in his jacket said phone, wallet and cash now. Without thinking I just said no chance mate and gave him a wide berth. He then laughed and said I'm only joking, have a good night. My friend is convinced it was just a bad joke but I can't help but feel like he tried his luck and cut his losses when I resisted. I also can't stop thinking about if it had been legit and I let my ego and trying to be brave could have been dangerous for me. I'm just playing it over in my head and wondering if he hadn't been joking, how bad could it have gone? Story 3. My parents aren't coming to my graduation. I'm graduating high school and my parents aren't coming to my graduation, which is on Wednesday. My dad and my mom have repeatedly said how it's disappointing that I haven't accomplished much and there's nothing for them to be proud of and there would be no reason to show up. I've gone through a lot the past 2 years of high school, including mental health issues, depression, and anxiety from my home life. It's caused me to perform so poorly in school and I hate myself for it. I wish they had a reason to come and be proud of me, but I've accomplished little to nothing. I never thought I'd go to my high school graduation without my family, and my friends are encouraging me to still come despite everything and the way they are reacting. One of my friends suggested I come to graduation with her and her family, but I'm afraid that will upset me even more. I really don't want to go anymore. Yes, I know this is a once-in-a-lifetime event, but I'm exhausted from my home life and family that even if they did come in the end, I wouldn't even want them there. Story 4. Drunk birthday. My dad was drunk for my birthday 2 times and it just made me feel mad, and he was acting weird and honestly made me not want to have a birthday anymore if he's drunk. My dad has this thing where he gets drunk randomly like every month for like 2 weeks, sometimes more. This has happened for like 3 to 4 years and maybe more. But when he's sober he acts like the perfect dad, so I don't know if I like him or not, so help. Be the first to comment. Nobody's responded to this post yet. Add your thoughts and get the conversation going. Story 5. I don't want to attend my own wedding. I am marrying the love of my life in less than a week away and I'm not looking forward to the ceremony/reception. Over the last few weeks, family and friends have caused so much extra stress that this wedding has become more about pleasing everyone else than about me and my fiancé's marriage. It's just sad that I'm dreading going and having to even tolerate being around those who have made this experience negative. The situation is also frustrating because most have good intentions, and I feel selfish for being angry. If we didn't have so much non-refundable payments invested, I would have called it off weeks ago. The only thing I feel confident about is who I am marrying. He's kind, funny, loyal, smart, attractive, and just a wholesome individual. I wish we would have just gone to the courthouse shortly after he proposed instead. Reminding myself of this is the only way I've kept my sanity. Story 6. A friend from high school died this week. Story 7. I feel there's some off about me. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for any grammar errors. There's something that's just been bothering me for the last day or so and I saw this as a place to just let things out and I truly needs this as much. I just feel like everyone hates me or just dislikes me and I haven't even said a single word or done anything at all and just immediately I have this feeling that that person doesn't like me and wants me to go away. I don't talk much, I keep to myself. I sometimes feel that I'm too obnoxious or annoying in my ways when I'm just trying to be myself. I've lost a fair bit of friends and it hurts to just be known that was it my fault or was it something else. I try and communicate as much as I can but something just tells me that they didn't want to be around me much anymore after I got a job and started to make a living for myself. Whenever I make plans with others they immediately brush me off like I don't exist or get very annoyed with me whenever I wanna hang and make plans, and whenever I haven't made plans with them they always go for that I haven't spoken to you in so long or try and pry when they know I haven't spoken about them or make me out to be the bad guy. Truly I want this feeling to go away but there's just that in the back of my head saying they hate you. Hopefully this will be an easy thing to overcome but who knows, just keep on going and never look back. Story 8. Selling off my guitar after years of failure. Tried to learn guitar a few years ago but after months of dedicated practice I wasn't improving and it was frustrating. Basically once I was able to play a few scales and learned how to hold the guitar my improvement stopped. This continued for years. Eventually I just gave up after my friend borrowed my guitar for 2 months and gave it back able to play it better than I could. I quit. I thought learning an instrument would be fun and good for my mental health. Turns out I am too dumb and mentally ill to even play the fucking thing. At least if I sell my instrument I can get some of my wasted money back even if it is only a fraction. I wish I had never let my friends convince me to buy this stupid fucking guitar. Story 9. No one cares about me. This November and honestly the past few months have sucked so much. I might be getting fired soon because of a lack of common decency from my employer, and now I was involved in a car accident and my insurance won't even look at my case until Monday. I'm not at fault for the accident, however, my mother spent the time while the police were there yelling at me through the phone when the only reason I was able to be in the situation of this drive was that I went out to support her for her appointment. She wouldn't listen to me and made zero effort to come pick me up. My aunt then called and made it about herself after she got in an accident a few years ago because she was drunk. She said that she knows how I am feeling when this isn't the same to perfectly truthful. She knew the consequences of drunk driving. I never expected for someone to drive on the wrong side of the road. This was one of my worst nightmares and is happening at the worst time of my life with my income hanging the balance. My aunt spent the call talking about herself. My supposed best friend made my situation about her and started talking about how she was sick when at this moment I had asked for support since I am always supporting her. I needed someone to finally hear me and she just ignored me. I've been ignored and discarded my entire life. All my traumatic events are always overshadowed by someone else's misery and no one actually listens to me. I'm expected to be fine all the time and be available for people to pour into. Nobody allows me to pour into them. Nobody asks me how I am doing and I need anything. People have always taken from me and when I can no longer give, they leave me. I am not putting the full blame onto others because at the end of the day, it is me who lets them in, but I wanted to finally admit to myself that nobody cares or loves me. Story 10. My mom kills my confidence and I'm tired of it. I don't really know what makes her do it, honestly. For example, I've been applying for jobs, recently after quitting my full-time job away from family, and I'm living at home. I have an interview today and 2 on Thursday. Today she was like, "Are you nervous?" And I'm like, "Not really, mainly because this company I've already interviewed for in the past, and their HR lady is fantastic." She goes, "Well, you should be, I would be." And in my head I go, "You really have to kill my confidence like that? Geez." On top of the fact that I recently received 2 rejections and after I told my mom, she says you've got to have more experience. Like, come on. I know. I have 4 to 5 years of experience in the field of work I'm applying in. And for the 2 interviews on Thursday she keeps playing devil's advocate, telling me what not to say and that I might never get the job if I say the wrong thing, killing my confidence in myself. Then, she wonders why I don't get selected and makes it seem like it's my fault. I mean, Jesus Christ. I don't know how to handle this. I'm sick of it. Story 11. My ex treated me terribly and now his life is amazing and I'm still alone and miserable. He wasted my best years. Tricked me into thinking we'd get married, by getting engaged, planning a wedding etc. Gave zero warning that there were any issues. Cheated when I went to my home country for my dad's funeral. Dumped me via text a couple of days before I was due to fly back. Eventually gave a list of reasons that it wouldn't work via text, none of which made sense. All about not being ready for kids, needing to be single to find himself etc. Refused to discuss these reasons. Wouldn't let me into the apartment when I got back. I had to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks until he left the apartment. He didn't even see me again. Last time I saw him he was helping me process my dad's passing and waiting with me at the airport. I still loved him so thought he was having a bit of a mental break, his family agreed, and I waited for him to come back. It turns out he cheated on me while I was away. He moved in with her when he moved out of our place. He got promoted at work. Started posting her all over social media when he was private with me. She already had a kid, remember he wasn't ready for kids. He proposed 6 months after dumping me. Had a baby with her 7 months after that. And me? I still live in the apartment we rented together, the landlady took pity and gave me reduced rent, I can't afford else anything even close to this. It's been almost 2 years, therapy the whole time, and I haven't had a single good relationship. Every guy I meet seems to sense that I have problems even though I think I fixed them. I'd never been cheated on until this guy, but 2 guys have cheated on me since. Others lie about what they want etc. I never questioned my judgment before I dated him. Now I constantly do it. I thought I was over it, I know I'm over him, but I'm really not over the unfairness of it all. Why does he get to be happy after what he did to me? I'm scared that I won't find anyone. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.